Hello. Today I'm out here by myself doing a solo hike. Jebby didn't want to come out today. I'm hiking the Blue Sky Preserve. I think it's like 1.5 miles, 2 miles, something like that. I'm not sure. It's another one of those really easy hikes. Apparently most everything in this area is extremely easy because there's no elevation change. So anyways, that's what I'm doing today. It's a beautiful little area though, and I'll show you more in a second. Well, I've gotten sort of lost. I'm still on a trail. Which one I don't know, but I'm on it, so I'm gonna follow it until I come to a bigger trail that I can figure out where I'm at. Because it was all of a sudden there was nothing, and there was no trail, and then I kept walking, looking, trying to find a trail, and there still wasn't any trail. I was like, well, heck. Then I was like, well, I can't really get lost because I'm only a 1/4 mile from the main intersection. I got my phone. I can always pull up a map on it. But so I'm not worried about getting lost and not being able to get out of here. I am getting a lot of spiders though. But anyways, I'm lost. We'll see where this takes me. Well, it turns out I was on loop 2. I think I went in about 150 yards that way to my left, and I went back in there, and the trails got horrible because like that's where you come out. I mean, that doesn't look like a trail, but that's where you come out. And so here we're okay now. if I mentioned it or if I might have edited it out, but I got lost on loop 2 because the trail just disappeared. And I mean, it was there and then it was gone. It was like a dead end. But I knew loop 2 was supposed to do a whole loop. So I was like, well, maybe I'm just missing it. I kept walking and it was gone. There was no trail. I decided to follow game trails and make my own trail until I found the actual trail again out here, the main trail. So if you're thinking about hiking this trail, I would definitely recommend that you explore it a little bit and maybe make sure that you have a definite map on your phone, because all the side trails, they are not well marked and they are not well maintained. They just disappears. Every one I've been on so far. I went on another one after that one and it just disappeared. But I didn't do the same thing this time. I just turned around and went back to the main trail. So if you're going to hike out here, just kind of know where you're going, know what you're doing, and you're not far from a road, so you can always hear the road. Just listen for it and walk to it if you have to. But that's all I gotta say. Somebody been back here playing build primitive shelters. They built them a nice little shelter. It wouldn't be watertight, but heck, just a little bit of work and you got you a nice overnight shelter. Afternoon. Well, this is about a week after my Blue Sky Preserve hike. Apparently my closing part of the videos got messed up, so I was editing and I'm going to go ahead and fix that now. The preserve was a nice area. It was I wouldn't say well maintained. It was, the main path is well maintained. The side paths are not really that great maintained, but for an easy afternoon, maybe take out your dog for a walk or something like that, I'd highly recommend Blue Sky Preserve. But just for if you're wanting to go hiking, I'd highly recommend finding somewhere else, because it's just too easy, it's too short. But it was my hike and I really enjoyed doing it for the short while I was there. As you can see, I'm out by the yurt again. We're out in the wilds of southeast Georgia. Woohoo! And I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you'll like and subscribe if you haven't already. And keep watching, and we'll provide in more videos as we can. We're going to continue our hiking. Hopefully we'll get to go up to do the approach trail on the Appalachia Trail soon. We still practicing wanting to do a through hike for the Appalachia Trail, but that's a couple of years at the earliest away. And but we're going to continue putting out videos. We're going to try to do some camping videos, overnight stays and things like that in tents. But for now, we got to deal with what we can do, and that's these easy southeast Georgia hikes. All right, well, we'll talk to you later. Have a nice one, and like and subscribe.